So a very quick one. I just want to do some certain things on the header. So there's some certain things we omitted. If you look at this now, this one, this menu link is not in alignment with this one. So let's fix that one first. So we come to the container and then we place it as row and then we place it at end. So I believe that should solve down now right now. Can you see? It is now at the end. So the second thing we want to make sure is that this header we are seeing here, we want to remove it here. So how do we do that? We'll come over to our site settings and we'll come over to layout. Come over to layout, page title selector, you copy it, and then because I'm making use of Elementor Pro, now I'm able to write custom CSS on Elementor. So you write this and then you just say display of none. So can you see now it's off? So display of none. Let's save the changes. And then the next thing we want to do here is right now is that anytime we are scrolling to the bottom of the page, we want to make the header to be sticky. So that's what we are going to do next now. So we are going to come here, come to the parent container, and then come over here, come over to motion effects, and then the sticky should be what? It should be at the top. Can you see? So that is what we want to do here now. So let's now move on to the Figma file and then let's now check what we have there. So to the Figma file, the Figma file at the top bar, the other time I did not change it. I did not change the font size. So let's now change the font size now. So we are having 14 pixel, and then in case of this one also we are also having 14 pixel. So I believe that should be all for the header section. So can you see? So everything is intact now. So the next thing we want to move on to now is the hero section, which is this. The hero section, we want to design the hero section. Look at the hero section now. We're having a background image, we're having a text, we're having a description, we're also having two buttons, and then we're also having the number of clients we have served. So let's build this one. So the next thing, I've downloaded the images. The next thing we want to make use of right now is just to go to the home page, and then let me just do that here. Let me exit to WordPress, and then so let's publish it. Let me exit to WordPress. So let's go to the pages. I just want to go and design the home page. So let's design this with Elementor. So we want to design the home page, and then the first thing we want to design in the home page is the hero section. So don't forget, in this place now, the hero section have a background image, it has a text which is the H1, we create your dream outdoor living space, it has a description, it has a two button, and then this. So let's actualize that. So for us to be able to actualize that, we have to do some certain things here. So we are having, let's just delete this one here now. So this is what we are having, and this is our home page now. This is the footer section. We are going to design the footer section as time goes on. So this is our home page. We are having the first container, that is the parent container, that is going to have everything. So this is the first thing I usually do. I set the margin to 0. I also set the padding to 0, and then let's see what we have here. Since it's the background color, since we are going to be making use of the background image, so let's set the background type to image. this is the background image, right? So let's set this to position center, attachment no default, no repeat, and the display size to be what cover. So the position is set to center, the attachment is default, the repeat is no repeat, and then the display we set it to what? We set it to cover. So the first thing we are having here now is the h1 tag, which is this. So from here now we are going to have our container and it's going to carry everything. So the first thing I usually do is that I'll set the margin and the padding to what? To 0. So from here we are having our heading, at least this is what we are having. So we change this on to h1, and then the text should be white. The text is white, and then what are we having here? This is type. We're having 472 pixels. So let's change it. We're having 472 pixels. So that is what we are having here now. So what's the next thing we are having? We're having this. So I would love to structure in this way that, look at this now. Look at what we are having here. I'm not quite satisfied with what we're having here. So let's give it a padding. Look at the padding. The padding is 134 top, and then 79 bottom, and then by the right we have 128 like we usually do, and by the left we have 128. So that is what we have in here now. So let's just first give it padding top. Padding top should be 134. And we are taking to change it because 134 and then 79, because once we do this now it's going to give us what we want. So this is the container that is carrying everything, that we carry this and this. So let's take the container to 60%, because look at this, what we are having here now. We want to make it 1 to 3, 60%. Let's give it 60%, and then let's set the height. Can you see the line height to what? The line height of the text. Let's set it to 80 from what we have from the design. So what are we having? 1, 2, 3. So we create your dream outdoor space. Can you see? So this is what we are having here now. So can you see? So the next thing we are having here now is the text. For us to create the text now, I want us to make use of container, so that it will, so that we are going to be able to give it the space and then the width we want. Because from this design now, it is what the space is kind of limited here, and it is conforming to this, so it must not exceed this place. So we have to put it inside the container so that it will not exceed the exact place we want. So in this place now, we are making use of text. This is the text we want to make use of. So, and in this container we want to give it 80%. That is 80% of the parent container. So we're giving it 80% here. And then what are we setting it to? We are setting the size to 24. I want to set the size to 24 pixel, and then the width to 300 pixel, to 300, just light, and then the font color. Simply don't have the font color here, but let's just give a font color. This is what we're having. So let's create as a global color. So let's just say Euro color, Euro description color. So having Euro description color. So you can see that we are having what we have. We are getting what we want here now. So the next thing we have to do here now is to create these two buttons. This is the two button here, or the two button, these two button. So for us to be able to create it effectively, let's make use of container. So I'm going to make use of container to be able to create it, and then so let's set the margin to 0 and the padding to 0, and then let's bring into button. So button, the first one, and then let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate this, and then let's set the container. So I always love to bring the structure. Let's set the container. No, this is not what I want. So let's set the container to row, so that it's going to be beside each other. So can you see here? So the text we're having here is what? Book consultation. Now the text we're having here, we're having book consultation, and then the second one we're having is visit portfolio. Visit portfolio. So let's now style the button. So we don't need this. Let's style the button. So look at the button now. From this button now, we're having a padding of 16 by the top, 16 by the bottom, 32 by the right, 32 by the left. So this is what we're having. So let's go there now, and then the styling. So the padding is what? 16 on the top, 32 by the right, 16 by the bottom, and 32 by the left. Can you see? So this is what we're having. What's the background color? The background color is our brand secondary. So brand secondary is our brand secondary, and then the text. The text is what? Neutral dark. What is the text? The text is neutral dark. This is the text, and then what's the width? The width is 600. And then the font is Sora. So here we are. And then don't forget the border radius. What is the border radius we're having? The border radius of this is what? Border radius is 8 pixel. So we're having 8 pixel. So can you see? So this is what we're having. So this is what we are having. So let's now style the other one. Also, let's style the second one. Styling the second one won't take much time. So first and foremost, what is the first thing I have to do? Is that I have to make it transparent. So the background color, just the background color, I'm going to make it transparent, and then we're going to give it a border of 8 pixel, then solid of what? 1, top of 16 pixel, right of 32 pixel, bottom of 16 pixel, and the left of 32 pixel. So can you see what we have here now? So let's now style the text. The text is what? The brand secondary. So the text is, we're having Sora and brand secondary for the what? For the text color. Let's choose it from our global, and then look at it now. We are also now having the what? The border color of what? Brand secondary, which is this. So that is what we are having right now. So can you see? So in the case of this, we are still going to go to the header because it is not giving us what we want here now. So let's now change this one to, in the case of this now, let's just change this one to 100, and then this one to 79. So this is what we have right now, or better still, you can just change this onto the padding top to be 80, and then let's publish. So this is what we are having. Can you see? So this is what we are having from the design. We create, we'll draw those living space. So, and then let's also look at the gap. 24. In the case of this, we're having 24. In the case of this, we're also having 24. So that would be much more better for us to make use of. So let's just set everything to row. The container, everything will be in form of column, and then we can just set this to 24. So you can see it's much more easier than just trying to create a padding or a margin. So this is what we are having. So the last on the list, which is this, which is a text. Let's copy the text, and then let's get the text widget here, and then put it beneath this here. Yeah, that's where I want it. So you must always be careful of the structure, and the structure of what you are doing. So brand secondary, you're having brand secondary, and then you have Sura of 400, and then what's the size? The size is 16 pixel. Yeah, so we are good with this. So I believe you can see that we are good with this. Let's go and check our design, and then let's see how it goes now. So can you see what we're having right here? But I'm not happy with what we're having. You look at the way this one is working. So let's just go to the header, and then let's do one or two fixing there. Let's go to the save template, if it is there. So the header, let's check what's going on with the header. After checking what is going on with the header, then we'll come over to the Elementor we are building, that is the hero section, and then we are going to we are going to optimize it for the other screen mode. I believe this is where we put the sticker section. Yeah, this is what is causing it. So let's just give this one a margin top of no. Let's just give us a margin top of 20. Let's save it. So it's the second container. My mistake. Yeah, let's just give it a margin top of 20, and then let's publish it, and then let's see what we have here. So I'm still going to give it a margin bottom. Yeah, you can see that it is now good now. So let's give it a margin bottom of also 20 also. So we'll be good by that. So let's refresh this page. Yeah, it is now well good now. You can see now it is now well good. So on the final note, let's make this responsive. Can you see? this, let's make it responsive. On the tablet mode, I don't really like this. Look at it. So on the mobile mode, it is not quite good like this. So let's start from the tablet mode. From the tablet mode, let's make this let's make it 100%. Yeah, and then let's make it 100%. And then this on the tablet mode, by the right let's have 40, and then by the left let's also have 40. Can you see what we're doing now? That is what we're doing. So on the top let's have 80. The bottom also let's have 80. Can you see? So this is what we are going through. So I believe this one is good for the tablet mode. And then for the mobile mode, so on this one now, everything should be 20. So by the left let's put it 20, by the right let's put it 20, by the top let's put it 40, by the bottom let's also put it 40. So let's change the font size of this from 72 to, let's change it to something like 50. And then we will also change the line height to 30 something, or let's just do it like form of 50 as well. So we are good with this. This one also, let's change it to, I guess let's change this one to a 20. So let's change this on to 20. Yes, so this is so it is quite responsive on the mobile now. It's also quite responsive on the tablet, and also on the desktop. Those have not refreshed this page, so let me publish this page and then I should refresh it, and I'll show them. You'll see that this one will not appear any longer. So I've published it and then we are refreshing it. So let's see what we have here. So here we are on the desktop mode, on the mobile mode rather, we are having this, and on the desktop, on the mobile mode, we are having this. So we are through the hero session. You can see how simple it is. So in the next session we will be dealing with our services session, whereby we are going to create this and then all this. So that is what we are going to be dealing with. So thanks for staying. I'll meet you guys in the next session.